In this video, we'll find real zeros or roots with the quadratic formula. Zeros and roots are interchangeable. It's the same term. Zeros, roots, solutions are all used interchangeably. Well, the quadratic formula is if we're given some quadratic in standard form, we can find the roots using the quadratic formula, x equals negative b plus or minus. This is something that's kind of crucial. It's going to come in. It means there's two separate operations going on. Square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Go ahead, pause the video, and write the equation down. So if I want to do an example, find the roots of this by the quadratic formula. So the roots, the zeros, the x-intercepts, that's what I'm looking for. And I'm going to use the quadratic formula. So x equals, well, I got to figure out what my values are. Well, my a value is 6. My b value, well, there's not a number here, but we know that if there's not, there's always a 1. And my c value is negative 2. So I need negative b, so b is 1, plus or minus b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. I need to simplify what's inside the radical. So 1 squared is obviously 1. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. 8 times 6 is 48. So I end up with 1 plus 48. Well, I know 1 plus 48 is 49. So this is just going to simplify into 49. And the square root of 49 is 7. Well, that's nice. It comes out nice and pretty. Now we have to use that plus and minus thing. So I'm going to find my solutions. I'm going to do negative 1 plus 7. Well, negative 1 plus 7 is 6. Which simplifies into 1/2. Or negative 1 minus 7 is negative 8. You can simplify that because they're both divisible by 4. And you get negative 2/3. And these are my roots. These are my zeros. Let's do one more example. Okay, so we got some big numbers this time. A, B, C. So maybe this is the time where I start thinking, hey, where'd my calculator go? I wanted to do this problem because I want you to see that if you plug a negative 47 in for B, it's negative B. Well, B is negative, so this minus the minus is going to become a plus when I simplify. And I'm going to put this negative 47 in parentheses. If you don't put it in parentheses, you'll probably mess it up because you won't square the negative. So negative b plus or minus b squared of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This is a dandy time to get a calculator. Now, there are two ways that I could do this. The first way is I could put this entire equation in at once. I'm going to do it just like it looks. I'm not going to simplify anything. So I'm going to go second and y equals, or alpha y equals, to get my fraction, negative 47. Now, the plus or minus, I can't do the plus or minus. I have to do them separately. So plus the square root, parenthesis, negative 47 squared, minus 4 times a times c, all over 2a. So I've plugged it in on the calculator exactly like it looks on my page. And I hit enter. And it tells me 11/6. Yay me. And it gives it to me in a fraction, which is what I want. Now, I don't want to have to type the whole thing in again. So I'm going to go up and select it. And I'm just going to scroll over until I get to that plus sign that I want to change to a minus sign. And I get negative 5/7. So I get x equals, or x equals.